Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Honkai Star Rail loves to do this. They always like to drop like all the updates in one day. I don't even have time to react to it, have to drop everything all at once. But the most important thing I think is really interesting to a lot of us is definitely Black Swan has been officially drip marketed, which means likely we'll be seeing her in version 2.0 if 1.6 is the last one, and it seems like it so far at least, that version 1.6, the upcoming one, is the last one. Her VA has already been announced. We'll talk about it in a bit. There's also like a developer radio official live stream that has been announced. We want to cover a lot of things first, but let's take it a step at a time. Let's hear some VAs from Black Swan, the English VA and JP VA, and I'll share some thoughts about my initial opinions too. So let's go here. I'm going to just listen to the English VA and we can listen to it a bit.
The path of the Trailblaze will continue. Perhaps on one of these pages, I'll appear in your story too.
Very tantalizing. Let's hear the JP VA since this is the two more common languages.
開拓の旅はまだまだ続く。もしかすると次のページで私が登場するかもね。
I don't even know which one I prefer more. Both of them are amazing. Really good VA. I think it's really nice that she's coming out so fast. A very anticipated character from the first time she made her appearance. I think it was that video that she did all like the different cards and did some narration in one of the videos. Honkai Star Rail has this that they like to put out all their like kind of important teasers on their YouTube page. Very interesting difference from like Genshin Impact. So a win nihility character as it seems. I was actually wondering whether Black Swan is going to be like a new path. Maybe they might release a totally new path in version 2.0 and onwards. But it seems from what we see here, there's not going to be a new path. She's going to be probably the same. Maybe that means they won't introduce a new path thereafter. I was like thinking maybe they introduce Elation, Remembrance, or specifically those. But well, it is what it is. Still nice to have a win nihility. Currently, the only other win nihility character is Sampo. I'm definitely going to be interested in to see what she does. Will definitely affect our pools. Regardless, I'm definitely going to be getting her for her design purposes. Even if I have the whale, she looks amazing. Two very compelling reasons why I think this character is amazing. But that aside, they also released tons of other stuff. And that is this developer radio that's going to happen in 2.0. So for any of you who don't know, 1.6 is going to become a few changes. For example, there's going to be a Memory of Chaos 11 and 12. And I believe they're also introducing the new Pure Fiction game mode. We'll cover more of those content and how to tackle them on the channel, so don't worry. This one here, this Voice of the Galaxy, is going to be the 2.0 Panacony changes. It's a bit small, so just bear with me. I'll try and narrate as well as I can. So 2.0, many changes. I think the first one now is all these enhancements, this quality of life is amazing, but what I think is really helpful is this 5-star salvaging. A lot of the times we don't really want relic remains, especially if you're earlier on in the game. Maybe you want EXP more than you want to have like that gacha element. So having these 5-star relics able to be converted into relic EXP fragments instead, this makes it a lot better for new players joining the game to get their relics at least up to plus 15 ASAP. For late game players, I think most of us will still choose relic remains, since that chance of getting a better relic means that it will help speed up our farming. But the option to choose is definitely super helpful. Other than that, like you can automatically enhance from plus 3, plus 6. These are just nice, quicker ways instead of like spamming the click button. Discard relic function is official in version 2.0. That's also okay, I guess, not very significant for me. Filter function also comes with the ability to exclude stats that aren't needed, which is nice, which means you can help you find like more optimal set pieces to speed it up. And all of the quality of life, I have no complaints. I love more quality of life features as long as it doesn't come at the expense of taking up too much memory on my computer. But yeah, more QOL, love it. Very nice. Please keep doing that. Especially since they actually do a lot of quality of life for Honkai Star Rail versus like Genshin Impact. Super nice. Planned release of relic set recommendation function. I think this is a pretty interesting one. Although it like kind of cannibalizes the YouTube content creator community, but I don't mind this. I think it's very healthy since very often the relic set recommendations may not be optimal. It's like kind of easy to get into, but probably not the optimal ones, which doesn't really like contest. It helps everyone understand the game better and definitely welcome too, or in my opinion at least. what I think is super interesting is this new one that is being updated in the version, this is 1.6. The moment we have the next one, which is Runways patch, we'll get this new thing called the Tears of Dreams that will be added. This is like a universal path material that can be used to ascend traces. So usually we farm those like Destruction trace, Harmony trace. Tears of Dreams applies to all of them. Can also be used to ascend light cones, which is basically the same thing. It's like the Crimson Calcs, the one that you farm to upgrade traces, light cones. Tears of Dreams are universal. This is probably going to be pretty rare to come by. Maybe they would have it be given in, for example, the battle pass. Like maybe we pay for that pass, or maybe it's a pay to win item where you can buy in the shop. But I don't see how this changes. Like, why don't you just give that box that they always give where you can select? Maybe this gives you like a flexibility in case something expires, or maybe just makes rewards more attractive rather than having that selectable box. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I have no idea why specifically they want to introduce a general material, but sure, they're definitely a welcome tool because less things to decide reduces complexity. Also maybe reduces the chance of getting things wrong, like you select the wrong one by accident, because too many paths are kind of confusing sometimes for new players. This is where I actually thought they were introducing a new path over here. I'm just going to narrate a bit. So they were saying as you continue your trailblazing journey, you unlock also more and more characters. This is where I was confused. So more path materials will also be added into the game. In version 2.0 and subsequent updates, several Crimson Calcs will be successfully added to places such as Panacony that allows the farming of path materials. You see, this part is like not clear. Does it mean that they're going to add, like, for example, stage 9 and 10 to the Calcs to increase like the generation of the higher level traces? Or could it also signal that more paths will appear in further versions? Obviously, because Black Swan is really dripped to be Wind Nihility, means that maybe it won't be a new path completely, but this is very, very vague. I am not sure right now. I haven't been any of the confidential betas, that's why I can speculate a bit, but I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be happy to read your dreams as well. Will be useful to think about that. Future characters and certain new light cones will need these new materials to activate traces and ascend light cones. Perhaps that means this, like for example, if you are Path of Destruction, now there's 2 types of Path of Destruction that you need. So any pre-farming that you do for Nihility maybe is not going to be very good. You will likely need it for the future. In that case, I can see where Tears of Dreams is for, because without these Tears of Dreams and they try to like expand this amount of traces that we can get, probably you have like 3 different Path of Destruction ones they have to put in the box, so it gives you like, I don't know, 20 plus options to choose from. In that case, yes, maybe Tears of Dream comes in handy if they're trying to expand like traces of the like the Path of Destruction has 2 materials, one for Panacony, one for example Bellabog and Senzo Luofu and Herta space station characters and stuff. I can understand, does make a little bit of sense in that case. So it seems that pre-farming for Black Swan might not be a super good idea right now, unless there's a way to like convert it. It goes without saying that the currently obtained path materials can be exchanged for new. Oh, okay, so you can still trade. So pre-farming is still possible as well, based on a certain exchange rate. Currently, what is known is if you want to convert, for example, one item to another item, in terms of the boss essential materials, I think the ratio is like 2:1, which means your efficiency is like 50%. You might as well farm relics now and then like get the stuff later on if the exchange rate is also 50%. We have to see what this certain exchange rate is, but at least there is an option. There's also a cap for like boss exchange. I think you can only do it like 20 exchanges per week, which is not enough to take one character from level 1 all the way to max level as of the first day. So something to take note of. Last but not least, they have here in version 2.0, aside from current obtainable materials and items, Calcs Golden, which is the one that you farm credits, EXP and stuff, will also be having this material that drops. I think this is an insane good value for me personally, as a person who, I don't do like the daily farm roads where you farm the whole entire map, which means I don't have like the maximum amount of resources. I'm always lacking these ridiculously difficult materials to get because it requires you to go in the open world and farm those mobs. Now you can get all of the materials like the fragments, the mechanical cogs and whatever not, the silver main, I don't know what this is called, a talisman or something, from the golden calcs, which is insanely good value. So it makes a lot more sense too. And after the version 2.0, Bellabox will also drop this Extinguish Cores and Cores of Ice. I've never seen this Cores of Ice before, so this is a new one. I don't know why it has been added. or maybe I never paid attention too much to it. I never think I saw this anyway. But yeah, this is after 2.0, so 1.6, we won't get it, it's the day after. They're kind of like mixing 2.0 and 1.6 in this announcement. Some of them are like, some and not. As such, the crew will also be adding 6 new calcs across Senzo Luofu and Panacony to have farming for the regional materials, which means I think this is a super good quality of life feature, so I don't have to go and like farm the open world or convert my precious star glitter like things that we use pools for to get them, because sometimes, you know, I'm a little bit lazy to go and farm open world and I just want to get it quick to do some comparisons. And anyway, in version 2.0, there's also going to be this new Ole Crossroads system. What the hell? Okay, so after a year long of Trailblaze, you seem to be able to recall past Trailblaze missions, Trailblaze continuance. So it's like an archive where you can actually take a look at your previous story. This is super good, especially for those speedrunners who just want to like speedrun everything and then you want to enjoy the story later on, or maybe you want a quick recap, like you remember a specific dialogue in like the Kafka interaction and you wanted to be more clear, you can always just replay in the archive. I think it's like super good. This is definitely a good quality of life. Definitely probably going to take up quite a bit of memory in my opinion. So mobile players, I don't know, can you turn this off? If you can't turn this off, it's probably going to take up a lot of space, because as the story grows, this archive is just going to grow in tandem. Hopefully they have a way to address that, or maybe it works like after it's done, then that thing just store. I don't know, I'm not a storage expert, so to speak. And next up, they have this Light Cone Manifest store items. After version 2.0 update, Light Cone Manifest store within the Forgotten Hall will have a new batch of light cones for purchase. What this means is probably there's going to be new light cones as well, because the rest of the if you look at the 4-star light cone cast, you have one for each path that is free to play, which are generally like one tier below the other light cones, except maybe Quid Pro Quo is probably like on par with like most other 4-star light cones, but which is like the abundance one. But this means new light cones, new variety, free to plays have more access to light cones, new choices. More choices is always better than less, so I like this a lot, especially for free to play. We'll definitely be doing more guides on that too once we have more official information about version 2.0. Definitely very cool. I'm very, very excited for it. But what now I want to share is we will be doing a live stream. I know this thumbnail here is outdated, but I'm going to be doing a Honkai Star Rail 1.6 live stream on the day it launches. This is on the 15th, 2023. We will be watching the live stream live. Please do check us out. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see our reactions live too, and we can chat about it. I might even do giveaways on stream, so definitely look forward to seeing you there. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you appreciate this kind of like more chill kind of videos, I'm doing it actually unscripted. Let me know in the comments below, and see you in the next video.